We have a nice agenda, and if anyone wants to add anything, just know, but the first order of business will be to approve minutes. But first, I just need to ask, is there anyone who didn't have a chance to read the minutes, wants more time? We have 2 sets of minutes to approve. They are from March and April. I shared them with you all earlier today, so that's not a lot of notice. So if anyone at all, so if anyone wants more time, that is fine. Or has any questions or corrections?
Do you have a paper copy?
I do. So, I mean, they're so short, we could literally just read them out.
Yeah, the ones March and April.
Begin to think about it. While we're passing those around in person, I'm just going to say thank you very much to Susan for coordinating an amazing financial literacy event. It was great. And I thought the panelists were really informed, really energetic, had great answers to people's questions. I learned a lot about y'all. Thanks to Janine for taking photos.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank you to Courtney for all of your support. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And keeping me calm, right, Courtney?
And honestly, I mean, it often takes many hands, and I don't know if I know everyone who you know, volunteered and helped out. And I mean, of course, thanks to the AAUW and Meg as well. But I thought it was a great event.
I loved the range. Like there was women in their early 20s, women in later years in life, and it was just one guy. It was just it was just really incredible. And there was another guy that I think was Marymount staff that was like, he could have bumped a chair. It was just really a great event. I learned so much, and I feel like people really felt empowered from all the conversation.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad it had a spread of people, and the important thing, I think, is just to trigger something in your mind. Like Rachel, you can tell what you did, but just to think ahead and, oh, I could do this, and it happened. So hopefully, who knows where this will go, but I've got a few comments when I'll speak. But Rachel, do you want to just say what you did?
So Susan and I just met several times and just had some brainstorm sessions. Is that what you mean, Susan?
No. What you did to your 401k.
Oh, so sorry. You want me to tell my story? So I thought it was a great panel conversation. And so I actually increased my distribution to my own 401k this morning after thinking a lot about it and the age bracket that I am in. And I know we each have our own personal financial backgrounds, choices, decisions, but I upped mine significantly as an effect of the panel that we had on Tuesday. So it really got me thinking about my own financial situation. I should double this if I can, since I'm, in a certain age bracket, and ideally will retire in 20 years. And, as Janine mentioned, there were women and a couple gentlemen, but women there in their 20s, I think women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, some in their 70s. There may have been women in every decade for 5 decades or so. So Susan, that's what I did. It had a great effect on me, and I think that the outcome of the event is that it will also, if it has not had already, a lot of positive impacts on other women that were in the room, and also a downstream effect on women that talk to their friends, talk to their family about the importance of saving for the future. Some key takeaways, I think, were, start early. It's never too late to start, and kind of know your worth and be part of the conversation. So that was my key takeaways from the panel. And thank you so much to echo Julia. Thank you for making it happen.
Well, it's my pleasure. I think one lesson I learned through my life, but I hope other women just start thinking about you have to rely on yourself. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are or not. You just don't know what the future holds. And you have to get as much information as you can. And like I said at the panel, try to find out what it is you don't know ahead of time, So I was glad it made a small difference. So hopefully that will have a ripple effect and, we'll see where it goes. But Karen Rosales was really excited about it. And I'm going to be talking with her. Who knows down the road? She may want to do another one. So, but I thought the chemistry was good too with the panelists. I don't know if anyone picked up on that, but it seemed to flow well.
Absolutely.
I thought it did. It was great and very well paced, and I agree about the chemistry.
Good. I just have to add one thing, Julia. I wanted you to know this. This might be pro forma, but I got an email from the county manager's office,
Okay.
and Justin Beck. He wanted to know how many attendees we had because he said he helped work on the PR and the publicity and that sort of thing. So I told him we got probably 100 people registered. But of course, it's like anything. I think there were 20-ish in the room, 20, 25-ish.
I
were like 35.
I counted actually.
Thank
So,
you, Janine.
Not including the panel, there was 25 people in the room at the peak.
Uh-huh.
So if you add the panel in, just over 30.
Right.
And then I was keeping an eye on the Zoom participant count too.
Yeah.
And there was at the height that I saw 23 people. So about 50 people.
Wow.
Yeah. Which is if we had 100 registration for a free event and 50% show up, that's on par.
Oh, sure.
And especially for the first time, doing this, being a hybrid event,
Yeah.
excellent, I think,
Right.
in all
Good.
aspects.
Good.
And the brownies were
Good.
delicious too. Did you make those, Susan?
No, a friend of Meg's did. I tried to steal one at the end, but she brought them home. So, one thing she brought, I wanted to ask you all, she brought a little gift for each of the speakers. I mean, it was nothing. It was like a cup, but it had AAUW on it. Do we ever do anything like that or have anything somewhere?
Well, for Women in Vision, I always give away the flowers that I design.
Right.
And I keep that in mind, which jars and stuff I put them in.
Yeah, that's true. That's really nice. That was nice. I remember.
I still have my jars.
Well, with that too, I mean, you have it serves two purposes,
Right.
and you don't have to get your
Right.
So if there's someone
Sure.
who shows up and does a lot to help out.
Yeah.
Like you do, right?
Really
It's kind of stuff. I stop myself.
nice. Nice.
Yeah, also, we haven't all met officially since Rally Against Rape. So I just also want to add my shout out to Caroline. That was also a very
Absolutely.
successful, moving event. I'm watching that documentary on Netflix, but I have to say I have to pace myself.
The
Keepers or whatever.
I'm telling you, my brain fog between the smoke and perimenopause.
Yeah.
I can't remember my niece's name. I'm like, yeah, that thing.
The lady
But I
that you
know
got
what
to
it's
speak,
about.
but yeah, so.
And I don't know if you, Teresa,
Yeah.
if you guys are following, but there's barnstorming in Maryland, on the heels of the release of the Archbishop, the grand jury's investigation and the names. They started releasing more names, people that were alive, and so they had their names redacted, and some of those names have come out and have already left. I think there's a recent indictment too, so it's hot and heavy up in Maryland, which is it's good to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's like setting fire to shit.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that a legal term?
Did I use it right? Barnstorming?
I had just never heard it before, so I wanted to be
Kicking ass and taking names.
I love it.
For the record.
No, I couldn't go, but my dad had pneumonia, so. But,
Yeah.
Minus the wind. The wind could have taken a beat that day. It would have been really great.
27th, right? 27th.
Yeah, and having had 2 years off, you know, we have been in a good routine of like knowing like do this, don't do that, and like what works well and doesn't. And so having the pause and bringing it back together, I think it couldn't have gone better for that, so.
It was beautiful.
Marguerite is, I think you said the same thing, how about determined to get us out of Gateway Park in the future. I think it's an ideal venue because I think that it needs to be outside, it needs to be open, and Gateway Park being close to DC, that would be ideal. Maybe we just find a connection at the airport to keep the airplanes from over top. And I guess parking is another issue with the park.
Parking and the noise.
It's kind of a walk from Roslyn. It's like hard to get there from Roslyn.
With all
Yeah.
the construction too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
construction will hopefully be done by next year. But.
Yeah.
But I was saying, I'm not gonna get it right, but over by like where the Amazon buildings in Crystal City, and there's like a new water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long Branch,
Oh,
Long
Long
Branch Park.
But we're gonna have the same problem with the airport.
Yeah, the plan.
But you don't, do you hear?
You don't
this
hear
much?
much, it's not coming right over top of you.
Long Bridge Park?
Yeah.
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 But yeah, Marguerite was saying that she would help scout, think of ideas for other venues.
I think you have alcohol there too.
You have what?
Nothing. I said, I think you can have alcohol there too.
Okay, so, that was a fun discussion of events, or fun, meaningful also, but, let's just go back and get these minutes either approved or not. Does anyone want to object, to us just voting on the minutes now, which would be fine? Or can we go ahead and, hopefully approve them?
One minor typo that I outlawed, I can settle for you.
Okay, that'd be great. We can change that after.
That's it.
Okay. All right, great. Anyone else have any changes or? Okay.
Thanks for taking the minutes, Kaylee.
Yeah, and thanks Rachel as well.
Yeah, for tonight. Well, I'll thank you when we approve those minutes.
No, but
She took one of these.
Oh, she did, oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
sorry.
So, yeah.
Oh, the little typo.
All right, so can we, I never remember how we're supposed to vote on each different thing, but,
Motion to approve the minutes.
thank you. Okay, awesome. Great. All in favor, say aye.
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 Say nay. All right, the ayes have it. It's approved, thank you. Any abstentions? Okay, great, minutes are approved and we can move on. The next thing I would like to talk about is, speaking of not even peri, but actual menopause, total brain fog. Y'all need to get rid of me. I want a search committee. I think, one of you all deserves to step up and become the next chair. And you can be on the search committee and still volunteer yourself to be chair. But I think it would be nice if we could just kind of think through who will be the next chair of the commission. And if any other officers want to transition, we can reach out and see how Marguerite's doing. As long as she's willing to serve as vice chair, great. But if anyone else,
What's
she just.
the search committee?
So it would just be to find out who's interested possibly in serving as an officer. And then,
Searching between and amongst.
yeah,
Those of us in the room.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And anyone else not here today, but thoughts?
My thought is to make it less formal. I think we're all adults and if somebody's interested and we should just sort of move the conversation forward.
I
Does the
mean-
search have any, like recruiting capabilities, like you would look in the neighborhood, or is it kind of?
And that's what one does, but I guess would be limited to current.
I mean, you give a member the commission to be chair.
Okay,
So it would
you
have
can't,
to-
like,
You
go-
could have a search
CEO
committee for
recruit.
new members.
Yeah.
We could do
I
that
didn't see you
too.
recruiting.
I
We have
mean,
open spots, right?
we do have open spots and we've had an application or two. So, I mean, if the search committee is willing, they could also look at new membership applications because that's something else that needs to get done. I like the idea of a committee just because it makes sure that we'll get this done. And I also know that sometimes people don't always want to talk in front of like a full group.
I could show what happened.
They're absolutely gonna have to do it when they come chair, but they may want to chat about it with a colleague first, so it can be helpful. I don't know, that's how a lot of organizations do it, so in any event.
When does the chairship,
When does your term expire?
is it January, or is it their January or June?
I can check right now.
That'd be great.
Well, your term ending and the chair position ending is
It doesn't
different,
have
right?
to be the same. I mean, honestly, it's not.
I meant the chair. My question was when does the chair, not your.
I'm on my second year of being the chair. I'm happy to roll off of it whenever we get
Sounds
started.
like my Girl Scout leader thing. A lot different, not to minimize the chair.
Some of the commissions, I don't know which one this falls in, but some are appointed in January and some are appointed in June or July. And some are board, but they're all board appointed, but some are, the commission works with the board and then the board says.
I think we would recommend to the board and
Yeah.
then they will agree with whatever we suggest.
Yeah.
I guess. Then they will confirm.
Right, yeah.
That would be my guess. What are you thinking, Courtney?
I think you should look at the bylaws.
Yeah.
So the last one I had was from last June, so it seems like you were appointed in July. So I don't have an updated one, but this one ended July 31st of 2022. So I'm assuming that it goes till July 30.
2023.
Yeah.
The timing could be really good.
So Courtney, quick question, July 31st of 2022, that's when Julie was inaugurated as chair?
She was first appointed July 16th, 2019.
Oh.
And then I believe in last year, that's when they asked again. They came to you and asked, and then you said, yeah, I'll go ahead and.
She was
do the
appointed
next-
to the commission in
I
2019.
don't remember that
Not the
conversation.
chair.
Yeah, this is my second year as chair.
Yeah.
So that would have been re-upping me, I think,
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you look concerned. No, you're just doing the math.
I'm not, yeah, no, I just can't step
You
up.
don't have to
but-
look particular one. Hey, if you want to be chair, just say it, Abra.
I'm just kidding.
Well, not everyone is here at the moment.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but is anyone willing to serve on the search committee?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. You can't yet. Did you put in an application for the commission?
I have been absolutely blind with work. This is literally the first day I've been able to step kind of outside.
On the way.
So
We're
honored.
Welcome to the
Of course, it's like super smooth. But I'm working on it right now.
Good use of time.
Alright.
Good use of time, exactly,
I
right?
can't,
Okay, wait, so who just raised their hands?
I don't want to be on the search committee, but I'm happy to answer anybody's questions about, because I think you guys have only witnessed one chair. And I can tell you about what I've seen over the years in different chairs, so what the responsibilities could look like and how you could, what.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this took over from Stephanie, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and Stephanie moved, so she wasn't really,
She wasn't able to help you.
yeah. Fortunately, Marguerite was there and that was, she's a wonderful resource and of course Caroline is as well. So we, benefit from previous experience.
Hmm.
I'll join the search committee if we can, and either have wine or cigars.
I can bring those cigars.
I think you guys, in order to, if you want to like all meet together, you would have to have Courtney, announce it. and-
Right, there's
Or
that
send my,
I figured,
No.
Otherwise, it's.
I will have wine by
it's-
myself.
Otherwise, it's one-on-one. You guys can meet one-on-one and discuss stuff. Maybe have a spreadsheet on which your thoughts. That's, I think, about as much as we can do, right? Am I right about that?
If it's two people, then.
Two people
That's
can.
what I said,
Yeah.
but if I
Or
join,
that's why I was like meeting
I'm
one-on-one, it's
I'll
fine.
muck it up.
Yeah.
So,
So who's on the search committee now?
Ian, Rachel, Jordan.
It's just me.
No,
Yeah, to avoid the,
Gotcha.
Yeah, we can, it'll be fine.
happy to be a resource.
Yeah, thank you.
If you need pictures taken.
All right, that's great.
Are we going to have a deadline, Julia? I mean, in
We
terms
really
of,
should. When do you guys think you could maybe come up with a short list?
I mean,
Go ahead.
the list is already short enough.
I think
They need to
reach
talk
out
to
to
people.
everyone.
You just need to ask.
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
willing to do
And
it.
ask if they're
2 weeks, like,
Yeah.
should we want to report back by the next commission meeting, right?
Yeah.
And we meet wow, we meet once a month, so next meeting is.
Well, that brings up a good point. We don't always meet in the summer, but I guess it's up to the chair to determine whether or not we meet throughout the summer. I won't be here in July though,
No, July.
out of principle.
What do we do if like we go beyond when my term as chair is extended to? You know what I'm saying?
Because we
Can
can
you
always
just
meet.
be
I don't know.
until we?
Can we ask Stevie for, can I be interim chair?
Sure, I can ask her.
That'd be awesome.
Acting chair.
Yeah.
I feel like I served for 4 years, so I think you can go, I mean, it felt like longer than 2 years, so.
Yeah, we can work out the scenes.
We're not gonna just dissolve because.
No.
Makes you do for chair and vice chair?
Well, we'll have to see next time, Marguerite.
Yeah.
Find out. In the past, didn't y'all have a treasurer as well at some points?
I mean, maybe, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
What, yeah, and Marguerite doesn't want to be, well.
I don't know. We're
Like,
gonna ask.
Treasurer or chair?
No, we don't need a treasurer, like Caroline said, let's try to find.
A chair.
I'm not sure if Marguerite would want to be chair again, but I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah, it's my understanding,
Yeah.
my impression, so.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of newer folks who might be, and might enjoy stepping up.
Yeah.
So. Okay, that sounds good. So actually, that does bring up a separate question, which is, are we going to meet throughout the summer? And Courtney looked into it, I guess briefly, right?
Yeah, I was gonna try to look in the chart, but I just asked Caroline would typically, because that's usually what I get asked back whenever I ask a question, look in the charter, and then I go back to what was previously done. So if the consensus has been not to meet during the summer, like some don't meet in November, December, or August, so.
And I don't know, I was 98% sure that it's not in the charter, our cadence of meetings.
Last year we didn't meet in August.
Yeah,
We met in July.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You guys
But
rather?
we had the fair in August,
In
so it
August.
wasn't as if we didn't have an activity.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it might be helpful to you for us to meet right before the fair. What do you think?
I will not be here in August for the meeting because I plan my vacation around the fair. So I would say the fair is 18th, 19th, and 20th of August, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
But
So-
you won't be there on the weekend because you're bringing your child to college.
Well, I have to drive my son to college on Saturday, but I can be there Friday and Sunday.
The fair starts Wednesday.
No, it doesn't start till Friday. Like they
Our
ask us
portion
to
of it.
set up on Thursday. Yeah, the outside starts, but we don't have to be there till Friday.
And Marguerite said, right, did she talk with you? She told me she'd be willing to help.
Okay, yeah. No, I think it'll be fine, honestly, but I do want to make sure we have coverage. So anyway, I would not be available for an August meeting, but we don't need to plan for me.
And I think it goes out there. I'm happy to help however I can with the fair.
Amazing.
Crazy to get over and wonder all that. I can help you. I'll be in town.
Awesome.
I'll be around.
And I have lots of stuff.
Yes,
So
that was good last year.
I loved the stickers last year. Okay, so does anyone else have a preference as to July or August? Take one off?
I say take both off.
Well, we already just took a meeting off essentially, so.
You mean because we had no quorum, right? Is that what you mean?
Well,
No.
the last one, it was completely canceled.
Yeah.
May.
Yeah.
One
May,
of them, yeah. Yeah, I would suggest we meet in July, but not
I'd
in
say take off.
August.
Can, if we're gonna meet, can we do virtual? We have
one virtual meeting available.
we have one, we have two. Yeah, let me check, because I know it was December, but that was, I don't know if it's in the physical year or, so let me just check on that, the year now.
All right, great. Okay, well, we'll suspend that. Courtney's gonna check. All right, Barbara, how are things going here? What help do you need?
Well, I think we need to either now or form a committee and figure out what we want to do. I mean, my suggestion would be, I thought last year's was good in its simplicity. I think a lot of the work we did, we didn't necessarily need, but it still sort of helped us. So I think we sort of distill it down to something simpler. And the one that we had done a a few years previously was also a similar sort of asking the public for input via stickers, is what I remember from that. So last year, if you all remember, we had 5 issues and we asked people to vote by putting a toothpick in a jar.
And we can use the ping pong balls too, which gives a better visual.
Yeah, we could do that.
folks as
We just
well.
have to get bigger
Because I think we did
jars.
that 2 years ago, we started with ping pong balls.
It would have had
Years
to
ago.
have
Oh,
been
no,
like
no,
5
4
years
years
ago.
But
Yeah. I guess my sort of immediate thought is, so we had the 2 issues that were top of mind that were chosen by the public. Shoot. The top one was reproductive rights.
Was the other one childcare?
I think it was either economic or childcare. I think it might have been childcare, actually. So I was thinking we could delve a little bit more into one of them. Not sure how, though.
I think there's something positive about the continuity of doing this sort of same activity every year, because then it does, I mean, obviously it's not statistically significant, but we are collecting kind of a sample from the community. That is also our mandate, to present issues to the county board that are of top of mind from the community. And it doesn't, like, so if we try to go deeper on the issue of childcare, there might be a whole segment of folks coming through the fair that's not a relevant topic to.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it gives, it's conversation starters too,
Right.
right? Like some people want to
Right.
talk about X, and others want to talk about Y.
Yeah, and we also, it gets tricky, like with reproductive rights. It's like, what does the county even have jurisdiction over? Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Well, I guess then we should think about what kind of questions do we want to ask? What are we interested in? Last year was sort of an issue-based. We could do something that is more, how do people feel about, X, or what is I don't know, I'm blanking.
I mean, kind of to Caroline's point, I think, maybe you could do a similar, which of these issues is
Just
top
pick different issues.
Different or the same.
Or the same, yeah.
Yeah,
Compare 'em
then it becomes a
year over year.
sample over the
We don't have
years.
to change it. Keep it
Literally, over the years, you're gonna get, charts, issues going up and down and.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have to keep the issues exactly the same if, and, hindsight, we're like, well, maybe we want to add this and see if that gets anyway. So I don't think we have to keep it.
It doesn't have to be rigidly the same.
Right, but
Yeah.
I think I'm with Julie on this, that asking folks about the issues that are most important to them is.
Okay.
That's the problem, you hit
Easy.
home run last year.
Exactly.
That's easy. We
You
don't
can
need to
have
read
another
that.
cup that's like, what's an issue that isn't here?
Mm-hmm.
Right
Oh,
now.
I like that.
Right. Yeah, we did have that. We got, we got fewer people are willing to sit there and write something
Sure.
than
Yeah.
they
But if
they
you
are.
could have like a
some
smaller
people
slip
do.
of paper.
Like a Post-it. And
Yeah.
Post-it, yeah.
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 Because I was thinking too about like visuals, and I can, like, I've got all the stuff. So let me use it. Oh, and we can meet in the basement, we can go through the stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
That we believe use.
Oh, we want to use that thing you had with the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can recreate it, but it is.
What's that
So
called?
pretty.
No, it's awesome.
Backdrop?
Rainbow backdrop?
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
It's a data
From
visualization.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I have a
Um,
picture of it on my
All over the
Instagram.
back of,
Okay.
but the We Believe You sign is
Yeah.
a separate piece. But anyway, what I was thinking is
Okay.
that, I don't know if you guys remember from the event, what are they called? Janine, the backdrop holder things?
Yeah.
Did not work outdoors. They would be perfect indoors. And they
Yeah.
could hold any
Yeah.
size banner. And like the banners that I had printed for the rally, were like $40 or something. So
Okay.
you could, I mean, we could have one, so it doesn't have to be a standard commission women that we were talking about that we lost the old one we had, but just
Yeah.
a sign that
Oh,
has.
the brand stand.
Yeah,
Did we have a brand stand?
Yeah.
We don't.
We
We
don't.
don't talk about.
No,
it.
those are more expensive, but what she has is just like a canvas banner.
Okay.
And she already has the stand that we could use with the clips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really pretty, I love that.
Do we
believe you?
Yeah, so then,
That was from
So that's-
Rally Against Racism.
freestanding.
the Raglan Spray one.
And then there's it's like a photo backdrop that you can put a banner on to just
Okay.
draw people attention, like,
Uh-huh.
Tell, what,
As opposed to my janky, literally hand-drawn sign last year. That's what we.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, when I
But
realized
we
I
have-
couldn't return the backdrops, because they were past the return window, I now have 5 of them, I'm determined to use
To
them.
use them.
Yeah.
And it's great, because they can be different heights and different widths, so we can even make it like, oh, we want to put our questions up there, anything that's like eye-catching and.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
we can make it something universal and we have money if we needed to buy a $40 banner.
do we still want to get it? And like the county sign, apparently, I mean,
Even if they give us a banner to
Mhm.
use, we can stick it on the backdrop if we wanted to.
nice. Yeah, Brenda was upset last year that we didn't have a county sign. So she could have
Yeah.
given us one, you know? Could you coordinate with the county manager's office and just see, or with Brenda directly, I guess, if everything is appropriate, just to see if they want to give us one, because either way, whatever they want.
To give us a banner,
Yeah.
a CSW banner.
Yeah,
County fair.
last year they were, Brenda just was a little bit like, why don't you have your, I was like, we don't have it, I don't know.
He was coming up.
I found it.
BRYNA.
Yeah, I did find it. So it was repro rights, childcare, pay equity / economic empowerment, sexual assault / sexual harassment, and then LGBTQ and gender nonconforming equity. And what were the issues we had that were cut? There was menstrual equity.
The top 2 equal rights to childcare or no?
Yes, yeah, so we were right.
Well, you get the committee to figure it out.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we add a couple in as opposed
Well,
to.
we'll be lucky to find one decided to show up.
Okay, so Rachel is interested
Sure,
in
yeah, county fair.
helping think about it, Jordan,
Me.
Caroline, all right, awesome.
If we can't meet, that.
Oh, right, that
I mean, I'll table.
Do what?
I'll table at the county fair.
She's tabling.
Well, again, I mean, you
Oh,
can just kind of individually talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the 2 of y'all can meet
Yeah,
together in
yeah,
your basement.
Yeah,
And
and then I
was
can
not-
meet separately with you.
Exactly, right,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah, okay, and so who thinks they'll be here for, I know Marguerite, Caroline,
I'll be
Jordan, Julia. Are you here this year? No.
I don't know if I'm here.
Okay.
If Marguerite was here, she would say, we need rat cards.
I was supposed to ask about rat cards because they are in my March meeting minutes. With the typo.
Didn't we have them at Raleigh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we still have a
Let's
small
have 'em.
stack. Yeah,
let's take them. Yeah, we had nothing last year. It
Do we
was,
need more?
maybe, that's what Marguerite would say, is that we need more.
Didn't we do something for women against Spanish?
Anti-vision.
Business cards.
It's like the superheroes.
My perimenopause is contagious.
Enjoy.
Scary, yeah.
Didn't we had
The little business
material.
cards.
We made end up with menopause as one of the issues. Nobody talks about it. It's the worst. Oh my God, it's the worst.
Go over.
You're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch the
I feel
menopause.
like I'm in a sandwich.
It's just like your sandwich
Burning
spread.
rage.
I am done with menopause, yo, so.
What? Well, I am, I mean, but that means,
I'm 46
I'm
and I did it early.
yeah. All right, I think we might have to add it to the.
I think we definitely need to add.
There is
it.
a small but mighty
Small but mighty.
cohort of women.
No,
You
I'll say
youngsters
this is my
enjoy life while you can.
just like y'all had the great span of interest in the financial planning stuff, I think this issue too could have similar, because, I mean, we're yelling about it now, and then, so when you guys start approaching it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, my friends talked about it, so I know what to expect, versus women of our age, and we're getting blindsided because no one older than us
No
is
one
telling us
talking
about it,
about
and so eventually we're gonna break the cycle, and it'll be more commonly talked
Age
about.
40 to like 40 to 60, 65.
That's why I keep saying, why did Judy Bloom not write about this?
That's a good
She
point.
did like period,
Period,
she
yeah.
did like young adult less, she did the
Yeah.
wifey book, so where's her menopause book?
Yeah, I think women's health issues, whatever they are, and we can brainstorm more, but perimenopause, I think would probably, I bet we have a line out the door. Of people wanting to-
I was gonna say, it would be interesting to do a panel on that, like we did the financial panel of just like gynecologists or women's health experts, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that we just aren't learning about, and I'm totally off the agenda topic.
No, that's okay. I was about to go off too. Who was it that wrote, I feel bad about my neck?
Oh.
That's a book y'all should look up. It's very fun.
I feel bad about my neck.
Neck.
Oh, I haven't even heard that book.
Yeah.
About like the one on the beach.
Hang on, I'll look it up while we're, fair.
But I think even like the way they were posing the questions for the fair, you know, because they, what kind of issues are you both as things that we should explore from like a policy perspective, but also because we have information panels and we put on programming, and is this the kind of, you know, what kind of things would you want to hear more about? Because I think it's two different angles. Like, is reproductive rights really an issue in our area? We don't know, right? There's not even a clinic.
I mean,
There's
we could
that.
also generalize it to women's health generally.
Right.
So that's a broader topic.
Okay, it's Nora Ephron, guys.
Yeah.
I love her. About my neck. Put that in
Yeah.
the way we, it's hilarious and entertaining. It's somewhat short book. It's the perfect book for women of a, hang on a second, opening.
It would be fun to
sure.
do like a book club. Yes. Yeah, like pick a book on like women's health.
Thing,
Yeah, and do like just have like partner with a library or a bookstore.
Especially since they just opened.
I know, it looks so, yeah.
That would be cute.
Yeah, that would be fun. And
We can start Menopause Awareness Month.
When is that?
We're gonna make one.
Oh.
Start one, yeah.
can we make
absolutely.
menopause awareness here?
Right, from the age of.
My neck, is that what
That's
it's
what it's
called?
called,
That's
right?
what I think.
It's called exactly, I Feel Bad About My Neck.
I feel bad.
By Nora Ephron.
What? Julia, what's it called? I couldn't hear.
I feel bad about my
Have you
neck.
read it, Susan?
Oh, no, I've never heard of that.
Really notoriously about life as an older woman. Courageous
As
to
an
some
older
years
woman.
of research project.
Anxiety.
Basically, all those fun things that happen that no one told you about.
Really?
I feel like it's the same thing with like childbirth though, especially like the aftercare, like no one says anything, and now there are all these like TikToks, I'm like, I have to
That's
wear
right.
disposable underwear.
Ah,
We could do a panel that like covers women's health through.
And I think that's good, especially talking about reproductive rights, like for women who want to have children, like what does that
Yeah.
actually entail, and like the
So
flip
true.
side of it of like what your rights are with choosing.
I think we could even do maybe not this year, but do like a quarterly like women's health for women that are pregnant or planning to be pregnant in the next whatever. Maybe one on infertility and just sharing resources about that, and then maybe one.
Breast is a good idea.
I could do that
Breast health.
panel.
Can you write down these ideas? Sure.
And then like in your child reproductive years, like not premenopause, but like I don't know.
Calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Do we want to just have our fair
Menopause.
survey on like which of these women's health issues is of most interest? I mean, there's really something for everything in that.
I don't know that we even need to survey it. I think we just could even just do like
Everyone is.
a series. I mean, like there's women in Arlington, they're having these issues.
Yeah, especially since
Yeah.
like it just depends on your age mostly, like which issue matters most to you.
Well, yeah, which
for
issue matters most to you today, but you're gonna hit all of them at some point.
Yeah, they all matter. It's
Yeah.
just,
Well, no, and it's good to know ahead of time.
And also like thinking about like our time constraints and resources and like knowing like which kind of are at the top of the list, like maybe to prioritize, like, or just getting like a general sense.
Maybe we could just run one a year.
Or even, I mean,
I do like the
depending on
quarterly.
the quarterly. I mean,
Yeah.
then we could do a lot of. Oh, I was thinking kind of like the cycle of like our life cycle of like.
I mean, like your 20s, like you're like if you live to be 80 every 20 years, no. maybe not.
Or just like you get your period. Everyone would like you to have a baby, whether you choose to or not, or whether it's possible or not. And then you have your breast health, and then
Breast health is that you said?
yeah,
You're right.
and then peri and menopause.
yeah, and I think that
That's how I was thinking
that's
about
like
it.
4 issues that would be like great to have 4 panelists for like a panel that
Yeah.
talks about each of these issues.
Can we repeat those 4 issues for a panel, please?
Here.
Periods. Just like
Fertility and infertility.
yeah,
Right?
breast.
Reproduction, breast.
Yeah, let's not forget, yeah.
Yeah, and I think a subcomponent of every one of those phases is mental health. I I mean,
Mhm.
especially women, it's
Yeah.
so impacted by
Yeah.
hormones.
And then with periods, you could also do like endometriosis.
Wonder if we could get a partner in like, Virginia Hospital Center
I'm
or something like
thinking,
that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, there's gotta be a better like a name for that.
Menstrual. Yeah, it was like, it's not menopause, but the
Menstrual
M word.
Yeah, menstrual health / menstrual equity.
And awareness.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but do you all think, well, that goes on one panel? Or do you
No.
think we have a different panel on each?
And
Yeah,
you
like, or we could combine like two of them. Because
Right,
I feel
right.
like,
It's true, 4's a lot.
yeah, 4 is a lot, but I don't know about a panel just on like menstrual health because it would be,
Or just on breast
yeah.
awareness,
Yeah.
seems like.
Yeah. Can I add one or two things? Just as a trigger from the financial panel, what you're talking about, it's not, we're beyond the county fair, right? We're talking about a future panel on.
Yeah.
I think since we look, hopefully after the economic, the mental, that physical health of women, that we owe it to the younger women who are coming up just to be aware of different issues beside menstruation and, you know, all the various parts of getting older. And I know this might be stepping on a minefield, but I think the nature of the direction of the Supreme Court and the courts are shrinking the options for women. And maybe at some point we could think, if it appeals to you all, you know, to say we're here, we're, you know, we have our antennae out, a radar ahead of us. These are just things you might want to think about in terms of a career choice or whatever. That's my spiel.
You lost me. I really lost there for a minute. I think I'm still lost.
Well, it's a different topic than health. I think
What's the topic?
the topic is, well, the broad topic is the future, the economic future for women, young women. What are the options going to be if the choices are shrinking?
And
More
why are
than
the
just-
choices shrinking?
Oh, you mean reproductive choices?
No, I'm not talking, well, that's the thing. I don't know if this is within our purview. I'm not just talking about health choices. I'm talking about your economic ability to have a productive life,
Portion on here.
to have a voice.
Talk about and make her shift.
Yeah. That seems like kind of an oversight.
Well, yeah, maybe it's part of a whole discussion of, you know, reproduction and reproduction. Yeah, childbirth.
All right, well, circling back to the fair.
Yeah.
So
Put a pin in that.
do we have consensus that we should do roughly the same style as last year, include possibly some of the same issues, but also maybe add a couple more? Is that right? Should we drop any of the ones we had last year? If people don't feel strongly, then I'll just connect with the people who volunteered for the.
I don't think we need to.
The list was repro rights. We could very carefully narrowed it down to 5. So the list in order of how many people chose them as most important: reproductive rights, childcare, pay equity / economic empowerment, sexual assault / sexual harassment, and LGBTQ and gender nonconforming equity.
Oh, this will sound great.
Yeah,
I don't
and of
think we
course
need to-
everyone was like, why I can't choose.
That's what she was talking
Yeah.
about as for economic.
Yeah.
Well, she said it was shrinking, which is not.
I think she means if there was Supreme Court decisions, options for young women may shrink. But it's hard to predict exactly.
I think we should keep it the same. I know LGBTQ issues.
All right, I'm adding menopause. So.
Oh my God.
Menopause.
I mean, we don't have healthcare per se in there. So.
Yeah.
Why don't we just agree that the committee will?
Yeah, figure it out. Okay.
I like that.
All right.
I wouldn't remove anything from there.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
either. I know
No, okay.
LGBTQ issues got the least, but I think it's a good way to connect with the younger kids.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
And
a lot of the young
it
people.
sparked conversation. It was very interesting. Okay, all right, so that's good, and I will reach out to Rachel and Carolyn. And I do have one update because I noticed it was in the minutes for both the last 2 months. I think I sent an email around, but APS did put menstrual machines in the schools, in the middle schools and the high school.
Wow.
Dispensers that have free products. They often run out, but they're working on it.
So
It's steps
you
in the
mean
right
they're being
direction.
used?
Yeah, no, my
Right.
daughter texted me, well, I shouldn't say this on a public, but Mom, there's period products.
I love that.
Yeah, and then I noticed them also at high school.
Awesome.
Well, bravo.
So yes, finally.
Really?
So next year now we need them in county buildings. We need them in the libraries.
Yeah,
Middle school. Oh, we need them in, we need them in all the public.
Can I just say thank you to those of you who went to the budget meetings and spoke up? I mean, thank you, Ivra.
Oh, you're welcome. That impacted this issue, but it did get the attention of the county board members. They were not aware of that. Takas especially, Mr. I grew up in Europe.
Right.
So anyway.
All right. Okay, are there other fair issues that we should talk about? What do you think?
I don't think so. I'll reach out and we'll, do we have to fill something out, Courtney?
We already slotted.
No. We got.
I'll reach
Okay.
out to Justin. I think
Yeah.
it was just that he just reached out to me and said, hey,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah,
But I'll reach
yeah.
out to Justin.
Yeah. And then we filled out this form saying all the supplies we wanted, but they didn't give us any of them. So.
Oh, they didn't?
No, we just had a table, which Marguerite knew was how it would go down, and you probably knew that too. But I was like, wait, why did I take the time to fill out all these different things?
Fun times.
I won't do that this year.
So Courtney, you're gonna reach out to Justin to see if we have a slot at the fair, or we already have a slot, we just need to be scheduled?
Yeah, I'll reach out to Melinda that we're interested in participating. Last year, I
Got it.
think they just reached out to us. I'm not sure why. Did you do it before?
Yeah, but I don't know why they would have last year, not this year. So maybe it hasn't happened yet, but it seems a little late.
Yeah,
It's good to reach out.
Yeah, I'll reach out.
Yeah, just reach out and basically say we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Give us a table, please. We'll be there. And a banner.
Right.
And a tablecloth. No.
I can bring a table up.
You remember stickers? Revenge porn wrap cards. I kind of left them at the table.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Very good.
Threw
So,
them in the garbage.
CSW rat card, should we say anything about that, or?
Probably have enough. We should revisit it after the fair.
Okay, great, love
Where
that.
did you get the porn ones printed?
Canva.
where did you get the printed?
No, Canva.
Canva
They
prints?
print them?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's awesome. No, Project Peace uses them too, like all their stuff out there has more campus.
Oh, yeah,
stickers.
that's,
It's
I
very
remember
nice.
that, interesting.
I paid for like a 1 month of Canva so that I didn't have to get the branding on it.
Yeah, I have a premium too. Well, I couldn't buy it for a month, I'd buy it for a year.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think it was maybe a free trial.
Well, I'm sure my Lily would need it.
Do we need funding to buy more credit cards?
How much were they?
It's $35, I think, for like 50.
If,
It's kind of expensive.
if we have lead time, we should probably utilize the county for printing. It's probably cheaper.
Yeah.
But we need to give more time than I did for Women Vision.
Can the county do the rat card and it's not just paper, but it's more of that,
They should.
It's
It's
stock.
Card shape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this material.
They have a whole,
But they're like rectangular, you know?
Yeah, you just give me the measurements. I can.
Can't she just give you a rack card?
Yeah. And
well, they need the file.
Yeah,
Oh, that too, yeah.
The file is
We have
set
a
up.
file.
Yeah, true. But it's set up
It's
the
set up
measurements.
yeah. So I just send it to them for.
Because they'll just cut it.
That'd be cool. All right. Carolyn, can you connect? Awesome. Thank you.
So Carolyn's gonna give the rat card file to Courtney. Is that what you just established?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Sorry.
And,
Yes,
What should we get? Well, can you just let us know how I don't know if they print it on like one piece of paper and then cut it, or if they print it on that size, so then we can tell you quantities. Or actually, we just say we need 100.
Yeah, just tell me.
We need 100, however we get to that number. Is that enough?
Yes.
For the fair?
And this is for the fair.
There's like 80,000 people that go to the fair. Let's get
250.
250.
Well, we had 900 people do our survey.
Wow.
Let's get
500?
500.
I mean, they won't all, we don't want them all to take rat cards.
No, but
No, but it's
we
good to have
need
them.
them for
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a year supply.
Yeah,
I think we should get 500.
500.
Yeah, I was
Do you
gonna
think the
probably
county would be willing to see, or are we over asking?
More than
I don't think we'd be paying for,
Oh,
so
they're
I'll
free.
just ask, because I thought that was part of their supplies too, because they'll typically ask, hey, do you need anything printed? And I thought we sent something to them to be printed. Ever, did we? For last year?
Nope. We didn't have
Let me just
anything.
follow up and I'll let you guys know, yeah.
We were, I mean, it was the first, well, it wasn't the first fair post-COVID, but it was our first.
It was our first.
Yeah.
So, okay, great.
Oh, sorry. One thing from last year, I don't know if you've already said it, but we had like multiple different sheets for people to like fill out for like a variety of things. And I feel like if we could condense that to one page, it would be easier because we started to lose people after like the first page. They were
Yeah.
ready to like bounce.
Yeah, we just had the two different things, but yeah, I think you're right.
Like short and sweet is helpful, because it's already
Yeah.
hard to get them to, yeah.
Well, most people just did the toothpick and then would chat.
Right.
But then we had, I think we had like 100 people who would fill out the why is this important. Then we followed up with Marguerite and I diligently followed up with all of them and
You
got
did.
nothing. Yeah, we
Really
did.
good.
Well, because some of them wanted. We sent everyone the email saying these were the results. Thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of them wanted a personal follow up from a commissioner. So
Oh,
we
wow.
did that
Wow.
and didn't hear back. But that's okay. We tried. But yeah, no, I think point taken. I think
Like
And
if-
it could also like help with like creating like a QR code if they want to fill a digital survey.
Yes.
And do it on their
Oh,
phone.
that's a good idea.
That was a good idea, yeah. So Kaylee, you'll do the QR code for the digital survey?
And you just put like in a picture frame or something.
Exactly. We
Or-
can make it.
Survey. Or whatever you use. Yeah, it's fun. Okay.
I'm a Google form utilitarian. We should have something on that form that says like, do you wanna come to meetings, be part of our commission?
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
great.
New members.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have a separate QR code for commission, like to be shared.
Well, we can have a question and then have it go into a different one, and so it's almost like a block, so you don't have to put it through the same if they say no to like, I don't want.
Yep.
To be a
Yeah.
part.
Dang, that sounds complicated, but yes, you're hired. Yeah, we had 902 people visit and vote on their issue.
Wow.
And we had about 50 people that filled out the survey, what should the CSW do about this issue? And then we had the financial literacy surveys, the other one we had, and we only had about 20 people fill that out. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask a question about a different topic, so I was.
Yep, no, that's it.
It's a wrap. You mentioned that we have applications that need to be reviewed.
One or two, how many do we have, Courtney?
I think it was one.
Just one?
Okay.
Oh, just one, that's not it. We need more.
I have one more box.
There's one more coming.
All
One more. So by the next meeting, we'll need to review some applications.
Lots of questions.
Did you give your blood sample yet?
I had to find a resume from February of last year, but I'm trying to think of special skills currently.
Machine learning? Just throwing it out there.
It's already on the resume, so I was like, and it doesn't really apply to the job portion. It doesn't help with community involvement, I'll tell you that much.
Sure does.
Hey, do you see all this data we're collecting?
Yeah, put down all the skills, it's fine.
Just make sure you don't put that you want to be on ITAC,
So-
the Information Technology Committee.
Oh, yeah, I picked status woman already. That was.
Because I don't want to lose her to someone else.
Oh, I got you.
I'm poaching.
Okay, do we have other topics that we need to cover? Any other news announcements?
too late, but tonight, we were talking about Virginia reproductive rights and is it even an issue here in Arlington? Tonight, the Alexandria Commission and the Fairfax County Commission partnered for a discussion on abortion access across the Commonwealth.
Ooh.
I'll reach out to Phil and see if they have a recording or something.
That'd be great.
But Alexandria is having their 50th anniversary celebration.
I saw that.
this year. Yeah, and I was like, oh, ours too.
The commission?
Is that 1974, I think? Right, so next year, is that right?
Next year, yeah.
You have a party?
We should.
We should have a party.
When is this time to plan it?
Yeah.
But you were there, at the breakfast, which was such good energy.
It was so amazing.
So
breakfast
good.
was
The,
One in March that I missed.
The
Whole
Fairfax
Trust.
County Commission on Status of Women did a women's history, or women's month breakfast,
Oh,
invited
nice.
all the local commissions.
Oh, cool.
It was so lovely. It was so
And
amazing.
it was hot, and Phil Woods, who's
We all got invited, so I missed this, yeah.
Yeah, Courtney sent it.
yeah, and then I repped for us. We all each commission spoke for like 3 minutes or less or something.
Yeah.
But so the commissioner, the head.
And DC was there too.
Yeah, NBC. We all sat at the table together, and we were all like, we should do more programming together.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
oh, I was gonna say, so, and then Phyllis and their student intern for their commission in Fairfax and her mom all showed up at the rally, which was awesome, because we had connected about stuff. Anyway, it was just nice, and so we said, again, we should all get our commissions together, which has been a struggle in the past, but I think now that we've all like, at least I've met them and that we've all sort of connected, that it would increase our chances of.
Does Loudoun County have one?
Yeah. Do they have a,
But theirs is, yeah, more.
it's like it's not like it's like a nonprofit, more than a commission, as how I understood it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's the City of Falls Church too.
Right,
I think they were there.
they were there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
good, good.
Yeah, it was, if you, yeah, everyone, Nova, like Prince William, Loudoun, and everybody north,
Invited.
and DC. The panel we were just discussing, that would be a great thing to partner.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
Yeah, and we
Especially
could,
because
and we could like
The house and
rotate,
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
True.
exactly.
it's Falls Church.
and we
right?
could own it
You
with,
can't get an abortion.
we could own it with all of the commissions for the region and do like a hybrid model. Yeah,
And I'll just say too that I took advantage of the microphone because the prompts that we were asked to speak to were like, what's something you guys have done? And we had just done Women of Vision, and what are you working on or something, whatever. And so I talked about the work that one of our commissioners had done on revenge porn and how she had checked into the laws and had written an op-ed and we were working on, anyways, I made it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But anyway, when going back to the table, everyone was like, what? And even Dahlia Palchik, thank you, was at the table at one point and was like, I need to look into that more. So it got attention. Good job.
this is what Caroline spoke about.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Slide.
Making a difference.
But I will say Fairfax.
I can't read the slide. I haven't read it on the
I
slide.
can't either.
Can someone tell me what this says?
Revenge Porn Task Force, Women of Vision Awards, Nova and Washington DC take back the night, April 27th.
Oh, cool.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
They had, whoever the company was where the thing was held.
Lighthouse.
Lightos?
That
was it Lightos? Oh.
I mean, come on, like that made a huge difference.
Yeah, the space was really pretty too. That's
And I guess they paid for the
Food, the food
and the
was
breakfast.
very nice.
It is Lightos.
But there's-
We all know that, yeah.
Yeah, and we had VIP parking too, which was nice. I mean, it was just, they did it right.
Is one of the commissioners working Lightos, obviously?
That was
That's
it,
what
yeah,
it is,
Fairfax
yeah.
Commission. And then there's a company in Alexandria that's women-owned that bakes, it's a bakery. I
Yes,
think.
Together We Bake.
Together We Bake, that's a nonprofit.
Holy shit, and so everyone got a bag of chocolate chip cookies from there.
Yeah.
I don't know how we partner with them, but we need to make sure we
Yeah.
did the cookies were.
Oh, no, yeah, they're
I
a
already
nonprofit.
went Alexandria. I went to their human trafficking event, I think in
Yeah.
January, and they had like these baked goods as well
Yeah.
from the nonprofit that were donated.
It's for women that are like formerly incarcerated.
Yeah, and they put the money back in to have more programming for them.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, you can, I just
Buy
met
them
with a
online.
woman from there today,
Yeah, if you are ever looking for a local gift, you can buy them online. You can order them in packs of like, I think 2 to a dozen. And they come in like really beautiful packaging.
Yeah, I think
Sustainable.
Bennett Parker was one of the
Yep.
founders
Oh, how cool is
of
that?
TWB.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's, yeah.
So this is called the Fairfax County Women's History Breakfast. Is that what we're
Yeah,
calling
it's the
this?
Fairfax Commission on the Status of Women.
It was like Women's History Month.
It was just, yeah, they just
Women's
had.
History Breakfast. Women's History Month breakfast.
Oh, and the lady from the women's suffrage.
Oh, wait, it's Women's Month.
Oh,
It was in Women's Month.
She's
Yes.
also on,
Newscaster.
Isn't the month called Women's History Month?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, it is. I thought it was Women's.
Mm-mm.
I feel like it should just be called Women's Month.
I feel like.
Like, can we,
Women's History.
all-
And today.
yeah, women, past, present, future?
Yeah. Oh, yes, because it is Black.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I
But
never
for some
noticed
reason, it's like AAPI Heritage Month.
that. Yeah, that's what.
Ooh.
That's a good
And
point,
it's-
actually.
And now it's AA.
It's not like Female
H.
Heritage Month or something, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Hawaiian-
There's a-
Hawaiian Pacific Island.
Hawaiian.
No. There's like another letter in there now.
For which one, AAPI?
Yeah, it's like
Really?
AAP. Oh, I saw it and I was like, what is this? And I had to
Oh,
Google it.
Oh,
is
no,
it
Indian.
American Indian?
No, I think it's Desi. Is that
oh,
a?
that's Indian.
That's Indian.
Yeah, I think it's AAP.
Desis were added?
I think so.
They didn't have a month yet.
Way over, okay.
No, but Desis are part of,
APIDA.
it's part of,
Asia.
Exactly.
Oh, Asian, okay. I
Yes.
thought-
oh, Desi American, Desi's got their own, interesting.
Yeah. That I think is new for this year. And I didn't,
So
I need a newsletter.
Be into, Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Oh.
Of prevention. I don't know if Project Peace started, but that's where I started hearing it, and I confused the heck out of people by throwing it in there and using it, but I didn't want to not use it and not be inclusive.
Right,
right.
But instead of being Sam, now it's Sapham.
Oh, God.
I'm not joking, that's how they say it. Oh, for Sapham Month. And I said,
Sapham? Sexual Assault Prevention Month,
Sexual
Sapham.
Assault Awareness and
Oh,
Prevention
awareness.
Month.
That makes sense.
it's just not a good acronym.
Yeah, I mean, I like the thought,
I
the
love
prevention
the
is super
prevention.
important,
Mhm.
but you don't want it to be spam,
No.
so.
It's spam month.
That's right, spam month.
All right, okay. All right, I want to get y'all out of here at a reasonable hour, so do we have other, yes?
I have a follow-up regarding the question about the virtual.
Okay.
So it works that, it's the calendar year, so January 1st to December 31st. You can either meet 2 virtually or 25% of the meetings, whichever is the highest rounded up. So if this commission meets 11 times a year, then you would be able to have 3 virtual meetings in the calendar year.
Oh my gosh, that's
But do we have to decide ahead of time that it's gonna be virtual, or can we?
Yeah, I have to announce it like at least 3 or 5 days before. So like the day of, you can't switch to virtual.
Right, so there's like a quorum issue, we can't roll into,
Well, yeah, you would have to make quorum virtually, yeah.
But like,
We have to
for
decide
example, we could
first. We have to decide
We could
first,
do
yeah.
July virtual and we could just skip August and that
Mhm.
would,
Yeah.
that would work.
And then we would still be able to
That's
do
a
like
good
December virtual, like
Which
we
was
last
great.
year.
Yeah.
So, Courtney, you said we can meet virtually 3 times or 20%.
No, so it's
No.
2 times or 25% of that time, so whichever is the highest. So this case, if
We
the,
should do it in September.
since we meet 11 times, so that's gonna be 3 times, 3 virtual meetings per calendar year.
I was thinking.
And we haven't had one yet.
You lost
Right, the last one was December, which was last calendar
Right.
year.
So we could do.
So we can do 3
We could
times.
do July.
No, 25, just
Three
do 3,
times.
And
yeah,
I-
3.
Okay, 3.
We get 3. So we can do July, we can do December, and then we get one more. And we've got someone here lobbying for September because that's the start of school.
Well, we won't have met.
We don't
August,
meet
though,
till the-
Although we'll have the fair. Well, I would say let's wait and see till
Yeah.
next. I mean, I'm fine with
Are
September.
we voting on this? We're not.
No.
Yeah.
But definitely July, I think.
How do we do
is good.
December? Isn't it
We
fun
have
to
to
do?
decide.
No, we used to.
A
do
holiday
it
party or
before.
something,
We
yeah.
used to,
I like that idea.
It's in case.
guys, we
people
gotta
aren't
decide
coming.
before August
Yeah.
meeting if she needs advance notice,
That's the
and it's
second
September
Thursday,
is one of the
one.
options.
Well,
Oh.
now we're clamoring to have it December in person so we can party.
Have a holiday party.
What
You guys are
day
nice.
of the week does it fall on? I mean, what?
Are we talking about December right now? What day is
It's
December?
the 8th. no, it's the
Second Thursday.
14th.
It's the second
so,
Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
Kids are still in school, so that's good.
It starts on a Friday, so, yeah. But it's the
Yeah, school's
14th.
out on,
That's during exams.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's during exams.
Yeah.
We can just roll virtual.
I mean, not that you should plan everything
We
around my
should.
exams.
So 1 hour's gonna be ridiculous.
It would be this
It's
Thursday,
gonna
the
kill you,
14th,
and I'll be here to pick you up.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
well, in past years, pre-COVID, we did have at least once a January party. So
that's a good
That's an
idea.
option if we do.
Ooh,
Ours
actually,
was like in February this year for my firm.
We
We
could
could
like
celebrate, Jordan's first semester done.
Yeah.
Oh my
You guys will
God.
have a long January break probably, so you'll be out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so like
Right.
January 22nd or something, I'm sure.
It'd be a holiday relief party.
Yeah.
You finish.
Yes. And I'm
January
such a
18th.
proponent of January events, because January is so dead.
Yeah, and we can re-gift. We can make it a re-gift.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And,
I love that.
I
So it'll
won't be in
the-
school.
It'll
Yeah.
be the 11th.
Yeah. So that
So we're doing virtual December?
I believe it would be January 11th.
It works.
I think that would be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
it'll reset entirely
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
January, so.
That's true.
I like January 11th.
Okay, so if we have virtual December, virtual July, we get one more. Are you guys,
I don't like virtual.
Yeah, I don't know.
you can be virtual.
We have,
Yeah.
You can come in virtual.
Use it or
in
lose it.
September.
Hopefully, yeah.
And then in case of nuclear Armageddon, we'll still have one in our back pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
yeah,
So-
let's not book them all.
Okay, did we book anything? No. We're doing July and
July.
So
and
July,
December.
July's
And-
decided.
And December.
And December.
We'll do our party in person.
I mean, I'd just like it to get consensus, but we could vote just to be on the safe side. I never really have a good sense of what we need to vote on, what we don't. I'm sure
Let's
our
not
next
vote on it.
president will.
No, we don't need to.
No.
I have to write down people's names.
July
now,
is
so.
what?
Virtual.
July is virtual,
December is virtual.
and August is no meeting.
Okay, August.
We're meeting at the
Meeting
fair.
at the fair.
Exactly.
Yes.
No meeting in
Isn't
August.
that a musical? Okay.
Or do we decide virtual December or no, we
Yes,
decide that yet?
yes. we did.
We did.
Yeah.
Virtual December. Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love that. Love that for us.
Alrighty, anything else?
Probably.
All right, well, if there is anything else, y'all can email the entire commission.
When I see you guys next in person, I'll be at school.
You'll be
Other
able
than the fair, but.
And then Jackson, next time we see you, will you you'll have your application.
I was gonna say for us to review.
All right, that's good.
And if
So,
anyone, if anyone
email
on
this to
the
me,
and then I'll
virtual
pick it up.
call is interested
it's
in
just a hot mess
helping
right now,
out at the
so-
fair, let me know.
Sorry about that.
No worries.